All right, we want to welcome you guys to the Wednesday night overview. We are absolutely fired up to be here with you, whether you are here morning, noon, or evening on the replay. We are getting ready to take off tomorrow for the big, huge event we're doing in Las Vegas, Nevada. I know a lot of you on here tonight will probably be there, so we are excited to see each and every single one of you. But as we do every Wednesday, we want to give you guys a good overview of who our company is, where we're going, why we're exploding, more importantly, why you might want to participate. We are doing things in travel that have simply never, ever been done before. That is a stone cold fact, one that we can document and will hear throughout the presentation. I believe the documentation beats conversation. But as we begin our presentation, I want to turn this over to my beautiful wife, who's going to kind of outline for you just how this whole thing began for us.
Well, thank you, Todd, and welcome to all of our guests tonight. We are super excited to be here with all of you, and we are coming to you live from California. And this whole thing began by chance for Todd and I. Our daughter got a Division I softball scholarship to play softball back in Illinois. Well, with us living in California, we were traveling around the country, watching her play softball, living in hotels and renting lots of cars. Well, as you can imagine, our travel expenses got expensive. So we started looking for ways to save money on travel. And we knew the owner of Travorium, Mr. David Hart, for many, many years. He was a friend of ours, and he told Todd, "You've got to check out our product." So we decided to give it a try, and we were saving 40%, 60%, and even 70% off on our hotels. So we started asking other parents on the team what were they saving at these hotels we were staying at, and we shared with them our rate. And also we shared with our other friends and sports parents. And as we continued to share our story, our team was really growing. And before joining Travorium, we only knew one person outside the United States, and she lives in Canada. But as we continued to share our story, our team grew to over 63 countries. And as our team grew, our income grew. And when we 10 times what I was making at my corporate job of over 20 years, I was able to walk away from that income. And it's been 2 years now that I've been retired from that job. And I get to spend every day with my husband, travel, and show other families so they can do the same thing with us. Now, the name of our company is Travorium, and we are a better life company. There on the screen, you see Mr. and Mrs. David and Adela Hart. They are the founders and CEOs of our company, and they have a combined 30 years of experience in both traditional and direct sales industry. Mr. Hart was also Entrepreneur of the Year finalist at the age of 24. Our company is in its 12th year. We are debt-free, and we have paid millions and millions of dollars in commissions. We are over 60, I think 66 countries now. And that beautiful building you see there on the screen is our corporate headquarters in Temecula, California. We also have a corporate presence in Madrid, Spain, and also opening soon will be in Kazakhstan. Now, our goal as a company is to show people how they can book at the travel agent rate and how they can save up to 70% off on their travel. They can also earn travel points for vacations, and if they so choose, turn passion into profits and turn this into a business. You know, travel is the single largest industry in the world. And if you were to take a poll with your friends and family and ask them what the number one thing on their bucket list or their living list is, most of them would say travel. So why are more people not traveling? And they tell you they simply can't afford it. So our company has turned what was once not affordable into affordable and showing them how they can travel now and make their dreams come true.
Yeah, and the big thing, guys, is that, what has happened for Gene and I, right? I mean, we had the softball parents, they told people who told people, spreads all over the world, and this turns into a seven-figure business. That story is not unique to us. I mean, we just got off the live pricing demonstration a moment ago with Daryl Maria Roberts. Some of you were on that. Some of you may have missed it, but we opened up Expedia site. We opened up our site. We did a side-by-side, and you could see with your own eyes in black and white, watching it in real time, pull up the searches, and my gosh, these guys are 40, 50, 60, 70% less. Well, Daryl and Maria were baseball parents. We were softball parents. We told them they're going to make over $500,000 this year. We told other people, right? And all over the world. I tell people, I don't care what language you speak, what country you live in, what religion you practice, it matters not. Every single person that's sharing this story is getting the same types of results that my wife and I are getting, the same types of results that Daryl and Marie are getting, Eager and Larissa, Tatiana and Ark, Coach D and Pastor Mel and Dr. Renee, and on and on and on, and all the different incredible leaders all across the world that are part of our company. Now, I want to just kind of back up for a moment, and I'm going to get into some of the weeds here for a moment and just kind of cover some of the particulars of why you might want to partner with our company, not just to save money on travel, not just so that you can earn travel points and go on vacations for virtually nothing all over the world, but how you can turn this into a business that is absolutely going to just change your life. Like it is done for Dale and Maria, like it's done for my wife and I, like it's done for people all across the world. Now, number one, the travel industry happens to be the single largest industry in the world. In fact, it is currently twice the size, again, twice the size as the oil industry. Well, on this screen here, this is an article from Bloomberg Finance talking about the travel industry is going to go from 10 trillion, where it's at, to 15.5 trillion in the next 9 years by 2033. That's going to represent more than 11.6% of the global economy, meaning that of every $100 that's spent, $11.60 goes toward travel. Nothing comes close to the magnitude, the size of this industry. It's going to grow by 50% in the next 9 years alone. And what's driving that is demographics. The young people today, the millennials, the Gen Z, they don't want things. They want experiences. They would rather have a dream vacation than some luxury item. Not to mention, you got the baby boomers in their later years. My father's one of them. They're traveling like crazy before it's too late, right? I mean, they're in their 60s, 70s, 80s, that kind of thing. And then you got the Gen Zs, my age, right? I mean, everybody loves to travel. And every business analyst can tell you that your chances of success in any endeavor is in direct proportion to the number or to the size of the industry. The bigger the industry, the more likely you are to have a positive financial outcome. The more niche the industry, the more narrow, smaller the industry, the more difficult it's going to be. And so you can't do any better than the single largest thing in the world, the one thing everybody wants to do. And guys, you now have the, Willy Wonka golden ticket. They can show everyday people how they can do it for half the price, for 70% off, or how they can earn travel points and do it for virtually nothing. Again, we're going to cover all of those details. Now, when we talk about saving people money on travel, we do that in all of the usual arenas, would be hotels, resorts, cruises, rental cars, show tickets, excursions, concert tickets, Six Flags, Disney. I mean, you name it, right? On and on and on. There's a myriad of ways we're going to save you a ton of money. Now, the dirty secret in the travel business, the thing that nobody seems to know, is the fact that two companies control the entire space. And these two companies, I'm not sure how it's legal, but they're doing it. These same two companies go to great lengths to make you believe you are price shopping when in fact they own every travel site you're going to. You're bouncing from site to site to site to site to site, thinking, man, I'm going to check their price. I'm going to come over here and check their price. I'm going to come over here and check their price. And they're sitting back going, I wonder who they're going to choose. Because the money comes to the same people, no matter which site you choose. Now, I told you before, I believe documentation beats conversation. Rather than taking my word for that, I want you to hear from NBC News investigative reports.
If you go to online travel sites and scour them looking for the best hotel deal, you may be actually wasting your time.
NBC4 consumer investigator Randy Mack is here to explain how that works.
That's right. There's a reason these deals look similar. And the problem is that these third-party sites often fall under the umbrella of one or two companies. So while you think you're searching for multiple companies looking for the very best deal, every deal you're considering may actually be from the same company. Many savvy travelers look for the best hotel deals online.
I usually look at sites that kind of claim to have the best deals.
It seems like there's a lot of competition.
I've used Expedia, Trivago, there's Booking.com.
Always looking for a bargain. I like to see the red numbers that make you think like you're getting a good deal.
But that may not be the case.
Almost all those sites are owned by one of two companies.
According to the nonprofit Consumer's Checkbook, Expedia and Booking Holdings owns 95% of third-party booking sites. That means shopping around may be a waste of time, and Checkbook says calling the hotel directly won't land you a better deal. They're hesitant to undercut the booking sites.
Now, that very last line, calling the hotel directly is not going to get you a better deal because Expedia and Booking Holdings, and by the way, guys, Booking Holdings is really Priceline. Okay. Same company. I mean, Booking Holdings is hard to say. I just call it Priceline. So you got Expedia and Priceline. These guys own the market, meaning that the hotels, the resorts are getting all of their business from these two sites. And they basically say, look, if you undercut our price, then there's no point in us having your hotel listed on our site. We'll just kick you off, enjoy bankruptcy. So they're not about to go out and publicly on their own site tell people you can get a better deal by booking directly with us than you can with Expedia and the other guys. So here's how the travel business works today. So on the screen, this is my middle daughter. She got married, wanted to take her honeymoon to the Maldives, to that incredible bungalow you see there on the screen. On Expedia's website, it was 10 grand. On our site, 6 grand. Now, the big question that comes up, how did you guys get a better rate than Expedia? And guys, when you understand this one fundamental point, you're going to know more about the travel industry than the 99% of every person on the planet. Ready? We do not, let me say it again, we do not have a better rate than Expedia. $6,000 is the rate. Expedia chose to jack it up to 10 grand. Then they bought up every travel site you can think of. So when you price shop, all you see is 10 grand. And if you call the hotel directly, they won't undercut the big boys. They'll be like, yeah, 10 grand. That's the rate. When the actual rate is 6 grand. You now know how the travel business works. If you want further proof of that, all you have to do is Google the top 10 internet companies in the world. Here's Amazon, Google, Facebook, Alibaba, eBay, Netflix. On that list of the top 10 in the world, the guys that are making billions and billions and billions, what do you know? Priceline and Expedia. Now remember, they do not own anything travel related. They don't own a hotel. They don't own a cruise ship. They don't have a car rental agency. How are they making billions and billions and billions like Amazon, Google, and Facebook? And I just showed you, because they're jacking the rate up. They have a monopoly. No one's even aware of what they're doing, and they're laughing all the way to the bank. And guys, we're bringing a different model to the travel industry, one that exposes what they've been doing, one that lets people know what they've been doing, lets people know that there's an alternative where you can book travel for 40, 50, 60, 70% less. And guys, again, the previous hour, we spent the entire hour going side by side, doing price comparisons. You can tune into one of those when we do them. But guys, all we're doing is bringing the Netflix model to the travel industry. If you think about Netflix, they do not make money, selling movies. They make money selling a membership that allows you to watch an unlimited number of movies. But guys, as a company, we don't make money selling travel. We make money selling a membership that allows you to book travel without all of that usual markup that you see from the big boys. Now, what that means is that you can book travel for a lot less. So what I did here on the screen, I took a side-by-side shot. Here you got Expedia on the two far right, the slides, the middle one and the far right, that's Expedia. The far left, that's our site. In fact, you're at the bottom, you'll see it says Expedia.com, got the big red arrow right there. Over here, Travorium.com. Now, you can see these are identical rooms, identical, everything. Well, on Expedia's site, you come over here. Oops, I hit a button there. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so here we go. So this is Expedia. See, they're identical rooms. We come over here and you see the big red arrow. On Expedia's site, they're charging $154.81. On our site, we're charging $38.71. People say, wait a minute, how'd you get a better rate than them? Again, we don't have a better rate than them. $38 is the rate. They chose to jack it up to $154. I mean, how do you think they're paying for those tens of millions of dollars you see in commercials on television? How did they afford, the Priceline negotiator, Captain Kirk? That guy ain't cheap. That guy costs millions of dollars to book his services to come represent your company, right? Where do you think that money's coming from? Because you're overpaying every single time you book. And guys, we can do this all over the world, right? 83% off. You can see the big red number there. 55% off right here, 55. Right here, 67% off. Over here, 64% off, 66% off, 57% off, right? The travel industry is long overdue for something new. Now, as good as all of that is not what made us big. What made us big is what I'm about to show you next. It's our Dreamcation platform. And this is where we can show anybody, anywhere, any budget, how to have a 4- and 5-star vacation every single year. Most people have never even been on a 4- and 5-star vacation. I'm not talking about going to the Holiday Inn. I'm not talking about, well, I was at the Best Western. I'm not talking about, well, I was at the, Holiday Inn Select. I'm talking about 4- and 5-star, type places, the kind of places that sometimes they go for $900 a night, $1,000 a night. And we're going to get into those details in a moment. But I'm going to show this to you from our platinum perspective. It's our #1 seller by far, not even close. And when you do the platinum, you're not getting one vacation. You're going to get 2 vacations every 12 to 14 months. So imagine going on a 4- and 5-star vacation every 6 to 7 months for the rest of your LIFE. Okay. Now, what kind of vacations are we talking about? Well, these are the Canary Islands. They're just like the Hawaiian Islands, but they're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean instead of the Pacific Ocean. They are absolutely gorgeous, 5-star. You can come here for 7 nights, 8 days for nothing. This is one of the 2 trips you're going to get every 12 to 14 months. Now, that's assuming that you're a platinum. If you do the lower membership, remember this moment, I'm going to come to it in a moment. But if you do the lower membership, the titanium, well, then you'd have to go there for $14 a night. So you're going to have to pay like $100 to be there as a titanium member, where I can be there for free. Okay. And we'll come back to that point in a moment. But again, you can come here as a platinum, which almost everybody does. 7 nights, 8 days. You just pay the tax on the room, $50, $60. Have a great time. Don't forget to send me a postcard. Now, maybe you want to go to Disney. This is a property, a name that every one of you would know in a heartbeat. It is synonymous with luxury. And you can get a full kitchen. You've got a dining room, a living room, flat screen TV, fireplace. You have a separate bedroom with a jacuzzi tub in it. Now it's the honeymoon suite. And you can be here 7 nights, 8 days. The place sleeps 4 people because the couch in the living room rolls out to a bed. It sleeps 4 people, 8 days, and you're paying $10 a day. $10 a day. That's it. Maybe you want to get a 2-bedroom. This is also right outside of Disney. You can see the pictures. I mean, the place is gorgeous. And you guys can come here for 8 days, $200. I mean, unbelievable. Maybe you want to go to Sicily, Italy. My wife and I were just here, not even but 2 weeks ago, right before the volcano went off, by the way. But here we go. Let me play this. Arrived at the World Tour here in Sicily, Italy. We are at an all-inclusive resort. All of the food, all of the drinks, all of the high-end restaurants. I mean, everything's included. And we are here for virtually nothing after trading in our platinum points. And oh, by the way, if you tell 3 other people how they can legitimately save big time money on travel, you get to earn those platinum points at no ongoing cost to you. Take those free points and turn them in for trips just like this all over the world. By the way, now, if you don't like that place, here's another place we went to not long ago in Cabo San Lucas. This is a place, it's a 5-star resort right there in Cabo. We were here 7 nights, 8 days for nothing. This is one of the 2 trips we get every 12 to 14 months. We go on a trip like this every 6 to 7 months. There's my wife. Hi, Annie. So you can see that we are ocean front. We got the swim up bar down there with the first pool. You guys can go hang out on the beach. There's multiple swimming pools to choose from, incredible restaurants. If you go to the roof, they got a pool up there, and it's an infinity pool. It looks like it runs off the roof. Well, behind you is the ocean. I mean, the selfies are unbelievable. I mean, you got the pool and just the ocean. And again, 7 nights, 8 days for nothing. I can sit here and show you video after video after video after video all over the world. I mean, every 6 to 7 months, if you have one membership. Well, guys, guess what? My wife's got a membership. I got a membership, right? She told 3 people. I told 3 people. She's got her membership at no ongoing cost to her. I got my membership at no ongoing cost to me. We take a vacation, right? Once every 3 months, right? Because she's got 2 a year. I got 2 a year. That's 4 vacations every 3 months. We're going someplace incredible, and we're not done. We got more vacations, and I'll tell you how we get those in just a moment. But guys, as you look at the screen here, these are all the different kinds of places you can go all over the world. You can go to the United States, Mexico, Canada, Caribbean, Europe, Australia, South Pacific, South America, Central America, Asia, Africa, Middle East. All of those menus open up. For example, look at the third one from the left. You can see that almost every state in the United States is on that list, right? I mean, I don't have it on the screen, but if you keep scrolling, almost every state's there. Well, then under the state, they start breaking it down, like Florida Disney. That's just the Disney area. Oh, you mean Florida East Coast? Oh, you meant Florida West Coast. Oh, you meant the Panhandle, which is Florida up north. Oh, you meant Florida other, right? I mean, so There's all the different areas you can go. Now, a lot of people say, okay. Are there any contracts? Is this a timeshare? Do I have to go to a presentation? Are there any blackout dates? Is it hard to get a room? Am I a travel agent? Am I a this? Am I a that? Let me just say no, 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 no. Let me say in Japanese, no. Our entire program is based on want to, not have to. You can cancel anytime you wish. You can book 365 days out of the year, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There are no blackout dates, and there's never a lack of places to go. Let me give you some proof. Look at the last screen here, the last slide on the very far right. And you can see I did a search on June the 1st, 2024. And I did this in the Disney area alone. So this isn't the United States. This isn't Florida. This is just the Disney area all by itself. And just on that particular date, June 1, 69 different places you can go to. There are no lack of places to go. You can book anytime you want, go anytime you want. This is about want to, not have to. We are changing all of the rules in the travel space, which is why we are absolutely exploding in growth. Over 12,000 people have joined our membership before July the 1st. And guys, since the July the 1st, we've had like we're going to have over 3,500 people join the company this month alone. And we are accelerating. More and more people are finding out what we're doing. They're going on the trip and saying, oh my gosh, this is the most amazing thing. You got to check it out. Now, as I mentioned earlier, if you tell 3 other people how they can legitimately save big time money on travel, at that moment, they're getting to enjoy their membership at no ongoing cost, no longer coming off their credit card on an ongoing basis. The commissions they're earning from telling those 3 pay for the membership. And I'll get back to that point in a moment. But what it means is you can go show moms and dads how they can quickly earn the travel points that take them on these amazing trips I'm just beginning to describe all over the world. And when moms and dads find out, wait a minute, I can take my kids to Disney and to all these cool places for virtually nothing because I told 3 people how to legitimately save huge money on travel. And again, if you were on our live pricing demonstration, we just did an hour ago from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Of course, I'm on the West Coast. Currently, it is now 6:23. So, an hour ago, your time, we were down there. Here's Expedia. Here's our site, side by side. You can invite people to that. When people see it, they're like, oh my gosh, send me a link. I'm in. This is great. It's not difficult to get 3. I was in Rome on vacation with my oldest daughter, my 3 grandkids. And while in Rome on vacation, I signed up 3 people. I've been here 12 years. This is not a difficult thing to do. Do I have to get 3 every month? No, you just need to get 3 customers who stay on the program. And every month you're getting all the benefits I've been describing, just beginning to describe at no ongoing cost to you. You're traveling the world, trading in these points that you're not paying for them, trading these points. Think I'll go over here for nothing. I'm going to have a great time and I'm going to be sending you a postcard because I'm here for, again, virtually nothing. So let me get into some of the other kinds of trips that we have. Now, this is a place my wife and I were at not but 7 weeks ago. This is the Grand Blank. Okay. I can't tell you the name because we're recording. Okay. But it is the Grand. You call me afterwards, I'll tell you exactly what it is. We can show it to you in a private setting, but the big boys don't let you put the pricing in the public domain. So we can either tell you the price, but not the name of the place, or we can tell you the name of the place, but not the price. They've gone to great lengths to make sure you can't put it on television. You can't put it on billboards. You can't stream it to YouTube, but we can invite you to the back office and show it to you. And then you can show others or show others. And when you go, you're like, oh my gosh, this is real. This is incredible, right? But this is the Grand Blank. It is a 5-star oceanfront property in Dubai. By the way, they have an ice skating rink in the middle of the hotel. Now, if you look at the top of this one tower right here, you see that round thing? That is not a UFO. That is, in fact, the restaurant that spins 360 degrees. And when you're up there, they get all these chefs all over the place because when you're getting breakfast, and when you're done with breakfast, you ain't going to eat lunch. I mean, they got breakfast dishes from India, Arabic breakfast dishes, Asian breakfast dishes, American breakfast dishes. They got chefs that'll make up the omelets any way you want, every kind of fruit, every kind of juice, every kind of pastry. That's included. We were there for 6 days and our total price was $49. That is one of the 2 trips you're going to get to go on in the next, 12 to 14 months if you have a single membership. Of course, in my wife and I's case, we get 4 trips like that a year. And then we became ambassadors. We actually get 6 trips like that a year. But let me back up. We ain't got to that point yet. But guys, as good as it is to be here, as amazing as this sounds, the world tour that I'm describing, they're always 4 and 5 star properties. And they're hand curated by our company. And we have 8 to 9 every month. There's over 100 of them a year. No lack of places to go to all over the world: Cairo, Egypt, Istanbul, Turkey, Vietnam, the Bahamas, Venice. Oh, you want to go to Greece? Oh, you want to go to Spain? Oh, you want to go to Portugal? Wait a minute, why didn't you say? Oh, you want to go to Colombia? Oh, you want to go to Cancun? Oh, Cabo, Puerto Vallarta, Miami, New York, Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I want to take you. I mean, all over the world. I'll get into that in a couple of seconds. Now, as cool as it is to go on these trips for virtually nothing, when you go on a world tour, okay, not a getaway. I showed you the getaways a moment ago. They were 7 nights, 8 days, 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom, full kitchen, 3 bedroom, 3 bathroom. You go on your own with your own family all over the world, have a great time. These particular trips, we have lots of people from all over the world going to the same property at the exact same time. Now, I want to be clear. No one will know you're part of our company unless you tell them. All right. And there's no set agenda. You can go there with your family. No one knows who you are. You're having a great time. I don't even know those people. However, you're going to see people wearing the Travorium shirts, Travorium hats, Travorium backpack, Travorium flip-flops. I mean, all over the place. And you're like, oh, you're with Travorium too. Where are you from? Oh my gosh, we're from Morocco. We're from Belgium. We're from France. We're from the United Kingdom. We're from Germany. We're from Romania. We're from the Solomon Islands, Papua New Guinea. We're from Brazil. We're from Argentina. We're from Canada. We're from Texas. You're going to meet people from all over the world, and you're going to meet like-minded people who are just like you. They love to travel. They want to make money. They want to have, great experiences. And when you get with them, you're like, oh my gosh, these people could be like my BFF. They're amazing. This is incredible. It takes the experience to a whole new level. And when you're done with one of these trips, you're going to have some new best friends, some new friends, but that live in other countries. And you're going to get their WhatsApp information, their Facebook, their Instagram, and you're going to build friends and connections all over the world. And when I landed in Spain for the very first time a couple of years ago, I'd never been there because of the world tours. When I landed, who's at the airport but Carmen? Carmen's at the airport. Welcome to my country. Picked us up, took us over. Never been to Spain. When I landed in the Canary Islands, there was Adriana. When I landed in Reunion, there was Willie. When I landed in Mauritius Island, right, there were people there that picked us up at the airport. Oh my gosh, welcome to my country. How did I meet him? Met him on a world tour, right? And so you're going to end up with friends all over the world, and it's an epic experience. And a lot of you are going to come back and say, Todd, man, I thought I got it. I mean, I was sold because I was saving a fortune. I traveled Dubai for $49, 5-star. I mean, say no more, but the experience of being there with those other people, it's epic. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait for the next trip. And you're going to be hooked because it's not just about the place and the price. It's about the people and the connections you're going to build around the world. Now, here's Malaga, Spain, $99, eating breakfast oceanfront every single day, oceanfront room. Here's Portugal. Look at the room in the bottom left-hand corner. It's the kind of place that dignitaries and ambassadors go to. I mean, this is a 5-star, costs hundreds of dollars a night to be here. You are right there on the cliffs, with the beach and the water. You have an oceanfront room. They got a 9-hole championship golf course there. You are there for $99. How about Montego Bay? My boy Adam's taking his whole group there. They're going to be there in Jamaica. All the food, all the drinks, everything included. 5 days, oceanfront, for less money than the cost of a cheap Motel 6. You want to go to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico? My wife and I were here a couple of months ago, had an oceanfront room, all the food, all the drinks, everything included, $129. That is one of the 2 trips you get to go on every 12 to 14 months with a single membership, right? If you have 2 memberships, you're getting 4 trips just like this every year. You want to go to Las Vegas, Nevada? This is the brand new $4.5 billion 5-star resort. You'll be here all week. $49, not a night, not per person. $49 is your total cost for you, your spouse, your kids. Have a great time. Send me a postcard. You want to go to Venice, Italy, right? I mean, it's the floating city. If you've never been to Venice, you got to put it on your list. You got to go to the beaches of Hawaii. You want to go to Crete, Greece, Istanbul, Turkey, Cairo, Egypt, Bordeaux, France, Thailand. We just had people at the JW and I can't finish it, right? But it's one of the most famous, luxurious hotels in the world. Absolutely incredible. 5-star, 7 days, $125. Guys, all over the world we have this. I'm just trying to give you a taste of the kinds of vacations you're about to become accustomed to. Now, we have 3 levels of membership. We've got the small, we got the medium, and then we got the one that everyone actually buys. So the small, it is $69 one time and one time only. Our membership's obviously very affordable. You can go to the local gas station, pick out cans and bottles out of the trash can, take it to the recycle place and buy a membership. $69 one time only. And then it's $52 a month. Well, $52 a month times 12 months, I'm paying $600 a year. What am I getting for $600 a year? I'm getting to book at the travel agent rate. What does that mean? My wife and I were in Vegas and we stayed at a place called, it's named after a famous city where there's a current person running for political office, and he's from that city. Right? We stayed right on the strip, right? We saved $200 a night. In 3 nights, we paid for the entire year's with a membership. My buddy Jeff Miner rented a truck for 2 weeks, saved $1,400. I mean, with one truck rental, 2.5 years worth of membership with one truck rental. Our good friends Alicia Davis bought Beyonce tickets, saved $1,500 Beyonce tickets, one set of tickets, 2.5 years worth of membership. How about my good friends Norm and Annette out of Atlanta, Georgia? They had friends that bought Dallas Cowboy tickets. They saved $1,800. One purchase of tickets, 3 years worth of membership. Guys, if you travel in any way, shape, or form, you are going to save a bloody fortune with our company. Now, for $22 more per month, I can do the medium membership, the titanium. What am I getting from extra $22 a month? You're getting a 4- and 5-star vacation every single year. Now, it's not at the pricing I showed you here throughout the presentation. Remember that one place I showed you where you could go for free if you're a platinum, but it was $14 a night if you were a titanium. So you're getting one trip a year. The pricing's not quite as good as the platinum where they go for free. You got to pay $100 to be there for the week. I mean, you're like, are you kidding me? $99, 5-star property for the week. I mean, it's an unbelievable deal. I know. It's only $22 more a month. You're getting one every single year. And then we got our platinum, right? This is the one that 95% of our sales come in at. It's $269 one time only. 30 days later, $135 a month. Now, I'm getting now 2 vacations every 12 to 14 months. I'm getting at the tier 1 pricing, the pricing I showed you here throughout the presentation. I'm saving money on the hotels, the excursions, the shopping, the dining, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You are going to save just in the miscellaneous savings more than the cost of the membership. Plus, you got 2 4- and 5-star vacations. Plus, if I go out and tell 3 people about the membership at that moment, it's not even coming off my credit card because I'm earning more than I'm spending as long as I also buy the licensing agreement. That is a $79 one time per year decision. So for $79 plus my $269, so your total price is $349 today. And then 30 days from now, it's $135 a month. Again, I will save more than the cost of the membership and miscellaneous savings. Plus I got 2 4- and 5-star vacations every single year. And then if I go out and tell 3 people how they can legitimately save money on travel, the membership's no longer coming off my credit card because I'm now earning more than I'm spending. My commissions that I earn for telling 3 people pay for my membership. And as long as I keep those customers every month and they're happy, which most are, I enjoy the benefits month after month after month after month. And by the way, you can tell another 3. You can tell another 3. You can tell another 3. They can begin to tell 3. And guess what? You now have a home-based business. Why does that matter? Because you can write off your house, spouse, kids, meals, travel, entertainment, cell phones, miles on your automobile, right? Guys, every 3 miles is $2. Now, I wanted you guys to do an experiment here. I want you, when you get in your car next, set your trip odometer to 0, okay? When you hit 3 miles, I want you to reach into your wallet. I want you to find 2 $1 bills, and I want you to roll the window down and throw them out the window. And you're thinking like, what are you, crazy? I'm not going to do that. You already are. You're just getting to visually watch it. That's what you're giving up if you don't have a home-based business. Now, don't take Todd's word for this. I beg you, I implore you, Google home business tax deductions. Go to Amazon or Barnes and Nobles. You can get best-selling books like that's the cover of a book here, that green thing. It's in its 30th year. You can buy best-selling books on home business tax deductions. You can go see your local CPA, and your local CPA is going to tell you, my gosh, you can probably save $400 to $500 a month, which means you're going to save $5,000 to $6,000 a year in taxes. Well, the membership only costs $1,500 a year. You're saving 4 times as much in taxes as you're even paying for the membership. I mean, whose side are you on? Right? I mean, whose side are you on? And so again, don't take my word for that. Remember, documentation beats conversation. You can validate that with your own CPA by Googling it, by buying books. I recommend you do all 3. Now, from there, you can begin to tap into our compensation program. And guys, the comp plan is nothing more than just telling a few people how they can legitimately save money and travel. You can share with them your savings. As you guys travel and go on trips, you're going to post that on social media. You know why? Because nobody goes on vacation without posting on social media. Now, some people wait till they get back. They don't want people to know they were gone. But everybody, when they're on vacation, ends up posting the pictures and bragging about, look where I'm at, right? Well, the difference is with us, people aren't just posting where they're at. They're posting what they paid. And people are like, wait a minute, Dubai, $49. Oh, how'd you get $49? Oh, it's this travel thing I joined. What travel thing and how do I join? Tell you what, I'll send you a video. They got a live pricing demonstration. They got Zooms. They got all these tools, NBC News videos, price comparisons. I'll send it to you. Check it out. They check it out like, man, sign me up. I'm in. And when you do that, it's like you just dropped a rock in the pond. And you can now begin to see the ripples begin to spread. Because then they might tell a few people, they go on vacation, post it on social media. How'd you get that rate? It's this travel thing we joined. What travel thing and how do we join? Then their friends go on vacation, post it on social media. Oh my gosh, we're here for this unbelievable price. How'd you get that rate? It's this travel thing we joined. And then the ripples continue to spread. This is known as the social sharing ripple effect. By the way, how effective is this? Facebook and Instagram got 3 billion users with this very method. If you think back, they've never advertised ever. How do you get 3 billion people to sign up? And you're like, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. I invited my friends invited their friends invited their friends, their friends invited their friends. That made Mark Zuckerberg the number eight richest man in the entire world. He just bought a $500 million yacht. By the way, he didn't just buy the $500 million yacht. He bought the $30 million support boat that brings all the food and the chefs and all the new people to the yacht. You can't, you got the $500 million yacht. Don't forget the $30 million support boat. Where did that money come from? You and me. We invited our friends, invited their friends. Did you even get a postcard? Thanks for the billions. Having a great time. We're in the Mediterranean. Thinking of you, babe. No, we did it for free. We're simply saying, hey, the number one thing shared on social media is travel. Share with your friends how they can legitimately save money. Watch the ripples spread. And the bigger the ripples get, the bigger the check our company's going to write you every single week. Now, why does that matter? This is Warren Buffett. He happens to be the 5th richest man in the entire world. He knows a little something about money. And this is his quote. Unless you find a way to make money while you sleep, you are going to work until the day you die. And the reason I bring that up is that is not what is the current thinking of people around the world. That is not what is being taught in school. You're being taught, go to school, get good grades, get a degree, get a job. It's all going to be okay. Nobody believes that anymore. It ain't going to be okay, which is why the fastest growing segment of the global economy happens to be the gig economy. Over 70 million people in these United States have signed up to drive Uber and Lyft and DoorDash and Instacart. They're doing Amazon and eBay. They're doing Airbnb. They're doing TikTok and YouTube videos and all kinds of crazy stuff. But guys, none of those things make you money while you sleep. It's just another job. It's not even a good job, right? Guys, we're going to show you how to go into the single largest industry in the world and make an absolute fortune, a legacy you can pass on to your kids and your grandkids and your grandkids. Now, how do I know that's true? Because on the screen, that is Pastor Guy Taylor. He was an incredible individual. Him and his wife, Deborah, both got involved in our company. Deborah signed up first. Pastor Guy signed up second. Deborah got her business to about $3,000 a month. Pastor Guy got his business to about $2,000 a month. Well, Pastor Guy had some health issues, and long story short, we lost Pastor Guy, and he went to be with the Lord. Now, although Pastor Guy was gone, that check of $2,000 per month, that check was not gone. That check remained. That check continued to come in every single month. The only question is, who are we giving it to? Are we giving it to your wife, your kids, your grandkids, your goldfish, your dog, your cat, your parrot? I mean, who are we giving that check to? Well, in this case, it went to his wife, Deborah. She goes, look, my check's bigger than his check. I don't need his check. Give it to the grandkids. So it went to Ava and Gracie, the two you see there on the screen. They were 4 and 6 at the time. The money goes into a trust account. Every month gets invested on their behalf. Now, when the good pastor went to be with the Lord, 31 months later, remember the social sharing ripple effect? His check had gone from a couple grand a month to he now had a significant 6-figure residual income, and the check is still going up every single month. Those 2 little girls you see on there will become millionairesses by the time they get to touch the money. Why? Because he signed up for $349 one time. He then went and told 3 people, it's not even coming off my credit card. I'm saving a fortune on taxes. I'm saving a fortune on travel and excursions and dining. They were living in resorts, visiting home, having a great time. They told a few other people, got a couple grand a month coming in. Then, unfortunately, he went to be with the Lord, but the money keeps coming in. The check keeps growing. His kids, his grandkids are now benefiting. These are his grandkids, by the way, from that money every single month. I ask you the question, if you were to get light beamed off the planet tomorrow, the place where you currently work, would they start paying that check to your grandkids? Would they pay that check to your spouse? Would they pay that check every month, and not only pay the paycheck every month, have it go up over time? He would have earned some raises, so we're going to keep raising the money over time, right? And I know it's $2,000 a month, but now it's a 6-figure income. Soon it'll be a multiple 6-figure income. We got you. Is that how it works where you work? Because that's how it works where I work. And guys, what people are beginning to learn is there are better models of earning income than what you've been told. You've been told, go to school, get a job. How many people is that working out for? How many people today, man, this job thing is awesome. I mean, I got so much money, I don't even know what to do with it. Man, I'm going into a bigger house, buying a nicer car, taking 4- and 5-star vacations, right? I'm debt-free. Life is great. Thinking about buying myself a Hummer. No, I mean, that's not the story because they bought the wrong plan. Whose side are you on? We're simply showing you a better way to make money. Now, I'm going to get into the weeds and the construct of our compensation program. It begins again by telling 3. At that moment, you're earning $4.45 per day, which means that you're earning more than the monthly membership every single month. We take the money that you're earning and we pay for your membership. So your membership's no longer coming off your credit card. You now have all of those travel points, which give you 2 vacations every 12 to 14 months. You're booking at the travel agent rate, the shopping, the dining, the tax write-offs. And what are you paying us on a monthly basis? 0, right? Nothing, nada, goose egg. Cero dinero translates in every language. Now, from there, you tell the 4th person, okay? You got 2 on the left, 2 on the right. And you're just going to build 2 legs straight down. Now, let's say that you get your 4 people, 2 left, 2 right. And then you come with me and Gina to Vegas this weekend. And then we're going to fly over to Louisville, Kentucky for my dad's birthday party, right? Got a lake house over there. We're going to have a great time. You come with us on vacation to have some fun. When we come back, you're going to find out your 4 people. We're inviting people to some of those live pricing demonstrations. And you're going to find out that your 4 people turn into 8 people on your left leg and 8 people on your right leg. And you're like, oh my gosh, well, I was gone. My check. I'm making $400 to $700 a month residual income, money coming in every single month, whether I work or not. Then those 8 people on each side tell a couple people each. I got 25 customers in the left leg, 25 customers in the right leg. I'm now earning $1,500 to $2,500 a month. By the way, guys, this is where Pastor Guy Taylor was when, he went to be with the Lord. Well, clearly his people told people who told people because the check kept going up. So those 25 on each side tell a couple people each. Next thing you know, the good pastor had 63 on each side. He was making about $3,000 plus per month. Those 63 told 1 person each. The good pastor had 125 on each side. Check keeps going up. Now I'm making $4,000 to $5,000 a month. They told a half a person each. 188 people in the left leg, 188 people in the right leg, and the good pastor is now making $10,000 to $12,000 per month. And by the way, since then, He went to become a 1-star ambassador in our company. He's on his way to 2-star ambassador. The check just keeps going up. Now, when you become an ambassador, it only takes 188 in your left leg, 188 in your right leg. It's a team of 376 people. That's not exactly a big team. This is something that Eager did in 4 months. It's something that Golsum did in 5 months. It's something that Camilo and I believe Cynthia Sly did in 6 months. It's something that Larissa did in 7 or 8 months. Tatiana was 8 or 9 months. Andrew was 11 months. I mean, guys, we got people all over the place that have done this in under a year. Now, I don't know you. I don't know your mix of skills. I don't know if it's going to take you 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, or you may never do it. What I do know is that, man, my gosh, lots of people are doing this in 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, 10 months. It's clearly something doable. And what would life be like if you were making $10,000 to $12,000 per month, residual income every single month? The check shows up whether you work or not, right? And I've never met anybody ever who says, wow, you get paid every Friday whether you work or not? Man, that must suck. I'd hate to be you. Never ever heard that, ever. Our check comes in every Friday, guys, whether we work or not, all because we told some baseball parents and some softball parents how they could save money on travel. They said it's true. It spreads all over the world. And guys, the check keeps going up. You could be doing the exact same thing for your family. Now, when you become an ambassador, you're going to get 2 more vacations completely free of charge, completely free. And these include airfare credit. So if you're a single person with a single membership, you got 2 vacations every 12 to 14 months with the product. Well, now I became an ambassador. I got 2 more. I got 4 vacations. If you have a spouse like I do, my wife's got an account, I have an account. So my wife and I, we have 4 vacations. Now we become an ambassador. We got 2 more. We go on vacation every other month, 4 and 5-star vacations for virtually nothing. And 2 of them include airfare credit, right? And so, I mean, guys, it's unbelievable. Now, if my wife is still here, I'm going to bring her back on to talk about one other thing you're going to get when you become an ambassador. And that is our Louis Vuitton experience. And this is something we'll be doing this year in Cancun. The company will send you airfare money. We're going to fly you to Cancun, put you in a 5-star resort, all the food, all the drinks, everything included. And then you're going to get the experience my wife is about to describe, something that she's done multiple times now. And I think you're going to really like it. Take it away, Ms. Gina.
All right, thank you, Todd. So the Louis Vuitton experience was created by Mrs. Adela Hart, and it's a world-class, first-class experience. And the one you see here on the screen is when we are in Paris, France. It's the largest Louis Vuitton, 4 stories, and the entire staff has greeted us out front. You see them talking with Mr. and Mrs. Hart, twirling and dancing Mrs. Hart. And as we're all getting off the van that they brought us over in, you can see them, just chatting and escorting them in. But here we are, we get to walk straight in, not waiting in any line. And you'll see in a moment, the line wraps around the building. It's over an hour wait, but here we are getting straight off. And going straight in. And what's crazy is all of those people there on the streets are wondering who we are. And, they're acting like paparazzi, taking pictures of us because we must be something special because we're not waiting in that line around the corner. And you'll see that line coming up right here. And like I said, that's probably over an hour wait to get in. Well, once we get inside, they take us up to the 4th story. We have 2 private showrooms. And we are served macaroons and champagne and sparkling water, cappuccinos. Sometimes they give sandwiches. Each Louis Vuitton experience we've had, this is how they have treated us. We get the private showrooms. We get to just sit and hang out in this beautiful setting with ambassadors from all over the world. And then we get to go on a shopping experience. And what's also wonderful is Mrs. Hart really goes around the entire Louis Vuitton store and makes sure that everyone who's buying something, that you're really getting what you want, what you love. She kind of helps you decide, because for some people, this is like overwhelming, because you never in your life would expect that you're going to go on this free shopping experience and buy something at Louis Vuitton. So she really kind of help you. And then after that, they always take us to a beautiful dinner. And this is just one of the many experiences that you get to participate in when you become an ambassador with our company.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. And guys, it's kind of a symbol of what we do here, meaning that people that become a part of our company, they're getting experiences that, quite frankly, they would probably never have ever if they weren't a part of our company. I mean, who gets to pull up in a limousine and walk into the four-story, the busiest Louis Vuitton in the world in Paris, France, where they got a line waiting an hour to get in the place, and you walk in like you own the place, right? They take you to the fourth floor, 2 private salons. Well, the same is true with the kinds of trips you're about to go on. I know that when me and Gina were in Las Vegas, we stayed at a place called The Wynn. And if you guys don't know, The Wynn, we had the panoramic room view. This is up above the 40th floor. It takes a special key, special elevator just to get up there. You walk in the room, you push one button. Not only do the lights come on, but the shears and the drapes rip open like it's the opening night of some great production. You got windows that go from the floor to the ceiling, and out the windows is the entire Las Vegas Strip. All the lights, the hustle, the bustle. You can see the mountains surrounding all of Vegas. I mean, it was just majestic. It was surreal. And you're like, oh my gosh, we're in this room that cost $600, $700, $800 a night. And we were here. I can't tell you the price because I told you the name of the place, but we were there for less money than in the most dirtiest roach motel that you have in all of Las Vegas. We were in the Wynn, 5-star place that most people, they walk into the lobby just to see it, right? We could never stay here, but let's just go check it out. They're in the lobby. Oh my gosh, look at this place. I mean, it's that kind of place. You're going to be going those kind of places on a regular basis. Now, one other thing, when you become an ambassador in the company, you're at $10,000 to $12,000 per month in income. Well, the other thing that's going to happen is the company's going to give you an additional position completely free of charge. Okay. Now, the reason they give you that position is that your 2 legs are going to continue to grow and make you money. But you got this new position where when you do your telling more people about the business, you can put them under the new spot. Well, that new spot you have is making your top spot income. Okay. But I'm also driving an income down here. So I'm not just making income up here. I'm now making an income down here. And so I go build the 2 legs over here. Next thing you know, I get to 10 to 12 grand a month on my new spot. My original spot could be 20, 30 grand a month. Who knows where it's at? Then they give me another brand new spot. And guess what? I can go build in that brand new position where I can make money off this position here. But the money I make on that new position, number 3, is helping my number 2 make money and help my number 1 make money, right? And so it all flows up. And then when I get to 10 to 12 grand a month on that spot, they give me another brand new spot. They do that over and over again, guys. There's no lack as to the amount of money that you can make with our company. There's no lack of trips you can go on. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. I can tell you that we are pre-momentum. Our CEO and founder called me on Monday, and he's like, dude, I mean, just said, bro, I mean, have you seen the numbers? I mean, the company, guys, is accelerating in a rapid way. We thought we'd go into momentum this time next year. He's like, we are flirting with it right now. We might be getting ready to head into it. And guys, this is the sweet spot, the place that everyone dreams about in our kind of an industry, because number one, the company's rock solid. We're in our 12th year. We got offices in California, Madrid, Spain, and Kazakhstan. We've paid out millions of commissions around the world on time, every time. We're a licensed tour operator in Europe and the United States. And I mean, on and on and on. Our CEO and founder was a finalist for Entrepreneur of the Year. You can go join our Facebook page. You can't find it. We have our Travorium Facebook page, but then we have a private Facebook page you can get invited to. I mean, just ask whoever, ask you to be here. They can invite you. And when you get on the page, right, you have to be invited. It's invisible. You can't find it unless you're invited. But it's called Dream Life. And when you go there, you see 9,000 other customers that are all telling you the exact same thing I'm telling you right now. Like, oh my gosh, I was skeptical, but this thing is absolutely incredible. We're bringing a brand new model to the single largest industry in the world. How often do you get to do that? How often do you get to go into the single largest industry, the one thing everybody wants to do, and you know something that they don't? You've got pricing they didn't even know was possible. You've got a way that they can tell 3 people and go on vacations every year for the rest of their LIFE for virtually nothing. They've never even heard of anything like that. You've got the ability to deliver that information, which can then catapult your family to places you can't even imagine financially. And I promise you when it's done, because we're about to go to this event in Las Vegas, Nevada, and my wife and I are just been so blown away. But today we get on a regular basis people that call up and say, thank you, thank you, thank you. You have no idea. You tell us about this thing. It has absolutely changed our life. And thank you for telling us. Daryl and Maria get those phone calls, right? Eager and Larissa get those phone calls. Tatiana's getting those phone calls, and we want you to get those phone calls. Where not only are you making money, but the people that you blessed are calling you up and saying, you have made such a difference to our family. I just want to say thank you. I want to hug you. I want to take you to dinner. You have no idea what it means to us, right? Guys, you have the ability, you have a miracle in your mouth, the ability to go out and bless people. And I certainly pray you will do that. If you are coming to Las Vegas, we're going to see you guys there. Me and Miss Jean are going to be heading over in the morning. We'll be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and part of Sunday. And I'm flying to my father's birthday party. But guys, it's got to be an epic event. And Las Vegas, Nevada, there's some new things, new announcements that are going to happen. For those of you out there, you're like, oh my gosh, I knowing that, I would have gone. There's going to be some things like that that are going to happen. If you are going, make sure you come up, say hi to me. I want to get my picture taken with you. And let's get to know each other even better. So with that, we'll see you guys in Vegas. Until then, God bless. Good night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.